still it's like a recall. If you get any doubts or anything you need to clarify, just let me know.
Okay.
So in this session, I'll going to cover these topics. Maybe that time duration it will be less. I'll try to make it up. So these are the topics. So the agenda is session is like, so I'll be covering the domains, and we already discussed the domains, and little bit in depthly I can cover the topics. So domains
Okay.
and servers and admin servers. So you can consider this and all the components of the WebLogic. So if
Okay.
somebody asking what the components are, you can say this and all the components we are using for the WebLogic. And
Okay.
admin server, the cluster connection, node manager, and mission. So how the configuration file where it will be located, and administration tools, and some configuration schemas. So let's talk about the domain. So domain. So domain it means, so WebLogic is a heart of the application. Domain is like a one of the air. So if that person is human is living to survey the scenario, like so that required man who is required the heart required the air, right? In the same scenario you can apply here, like, so heart is the application is the WebLogic, and domain is the air. Okay.
Okay.
So domain is a logical related the group of WebLogics. You can create it. So for example, I have one WebLogic server. So I have a one WebLogic server. How many domains you need to create? Do you have any idea?
We we can make any number of domains, right?
Yes. So
So
we can
we can make
make many.
multiple domains in a web.
Yeah.
Multiple.
So correct, Surya. So we'll create the more than as like you can say like 10 to 5 domains it is. So each domain, different application. Okay. So, but
Hmm.
that installation, configurations, and patch details by doing the installation, you need to set up the different process. It means a different path. So,
Yeah.
what is the domain path? Any idea?
Yeah.
Middleware, Oracle, and Oracle home, and then domain. My
We
application
actually
is.
we do. We don't follow this path. Like this Oracle Home domain is
Mhm.
different from Oracle Home in our project.
Yeah. Based on that requirement, we can set it, no problem. But it is the
Uh,
diff applications you need to deploy the WebLogic. You can create the more than the domains. So
okay.
one and two and say you can deploy the you see up to here. So whatever WebLogic
Okay.
patches you applying one patches for
To
all
Oracle Home.
correct. So here it will be O patch.
Okay.
So you applying the patches in this domains, it will be applicable for the all the applications, all the domains. Got it? So because that
Okay.
the O patch, it will be for the entire WebLogic, not only for the domain application related. It's cover all the WebLogic component.
If the
Okay.
path is like us, we have to apply patch for each and every or
No. That is the reason I'm saying. So if you apply any patches for the WebLogic, you applying the WebLogic things. So you not talk about that the domains application. I need to install the domain related patches and all. So if you got any
okay.
individual application vulnerability, you can apply it based on the domains.
Okay.
Okay. So now here
Okay.
we applying the WebLogic patches.
Okay.
So let me start login the one of the server. Show you. Okay, so I logged in the server. So we are using the mount point for the Q02. It is for our application is deployed under. So and default it is
Hello,
for Oracle.
hello.
Yes, Surya.
Your screen is not clear.
Uh, is it okay now?
Okay, I'm zooming just a second. Okay, continue like before. I'm zooming my screen.
Okay.
Now tell me.
Yeah. So I logged in the backend server and I moved for the my application status. So then we have the domains. See where I am. I'm in the I'm in the 002 and I'm in the Oracle path. So this is the domains we having. We have the domains for two, set one and set two, and we created the patchings for product. I mean it's a products. So under the products we are maintaining all the binaries. So FMWC, which is for OPatch, where it is the Oracle path, the domain under it will having the Oracle patches. So if for example I am applying the patches for WebLogic, so it will be applicable for the remaining all domains. Okay.
Okay,
So no need to deploy the any particular application related bugs, I mean patches in the Oracle thing. So we have a couple of Oracle patches. So like what are the patches we have? PSC patches we have, CPU patch we have, O patch we have,
but BSU
and
is before 11.0, I think. Before 12.
no, I think so.
That,
14C, some vulnerabilities will reported, so we need to apply the BSU patch.
okay.
And
Somewhere I read
see,
that we are
I mean,
using
see,
OPS.
okay. So bundle patch it means so once you up deployed into code or anything, some application will be vulnerable means. So default this bundle patch it will having the almost 10 to 15 patches. Okay, so it will cover the entire the old versions as well. So if you need to apply the bundle patch, it will cover all the vulnerabilities, I guess. Okay, so for scenario like recently in the 14 versions, they are not suggested to apply the BSU patch. So regularly they
In
are
12
suggest
also, I
mostly.
think it is 11 till 11, I think. Somewhere I read.
Yeah, mostly they're avoided that BSU patches now. So future maybe and going updated version, so they'll recommend us to like so update the patches that BSU as well. So this web project we are update for the old versions. Let me confirm you. See, we are upload for the last patch. It is bundle patch WL patch set update. You finding this
Yes,
right?
yes.
I'm yeah at the third party
Where,
bundle
where, where,
patch.
where?
You're not able to see my screen.
Oh, no. Some
See here.
console you are in console, right? Ah, now I
Yes,
able
I'm in
to
the
see.
console in the console in the patch list I'm in. So they are update for the WL patch set update and some third party bundle set it is. So update for
Okay,
July 31st. Okay. And if you
okay,
notice here, it is for one more the bundle patch. See, every bundle patch it
okay,
means me once you apply it, so whatever components deployed into the WebLogic, it will cover all the patches. See, my
okay,
application is deployed to AWS is there, sorry, ADF is there, and so are we having and Web Center. See, it will cover all the patches. Okay, in the
Okay.
scenario, they'll suggest to apply the bundle patch.
Okay.
So now coming to here. So domain is a logical related a group of WebLogic instance. So what that the domains will doing? So that will be managed for the individual managed servers, right? So while creating the domains, so each domain having the managed servers, right? So whatever managed servers
Yeah.
we are creating, and that is the
Okay.
maintaining. It means managed by the domains. So if you need to make it any changes under the domains, it is a part of the managed servers. Okay,
Okay.
so what is an domain? Domain is a group of servers. You can say group of admin servers and group of managed servers. Whatever components we have, you can say that that is under the part of the domains. So there is a one rules. So all the WebLogic server instance within the same domains. So it means so whatever WebLogic instance it means. So have you heard about
Servers.
coherence?
Yeah, I had, but I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, so that is a one instance. So whatever instance within the domain, you must add the same major and minor versions. It means Java version, it is in a one instance, and log4j, it is a one instance. Okay, so that all the rules under the within the WebLogic.
Okay.
And next one, the server within the domain can hit the different maintenance pack level. That means server is the same maintenance pack level more than the managed servers. So it means so whatever managed servers, whatever admin servers maintained by the domains. So where that domains and admin server data will be stored, it will be
Configure.
stored exactly config.xml. Whatever changes you done from the backend and the console as well, it will be stored somewhere, right? That
Yeah.
data will
But
be pushed into conf. Yeah, go on.
that I know, but maintenance pack level means.
It means see maintenance pack. It means so you were troubleshooting. For example, I got the issue from the managed server. It went down. So what at the service level you are providing, like that is under it will be considered for the domains and maintenance support. It is right. So that is what
Okay.
they define like the maintenance pack levels. Okay. So this all the domains it will be captured into the .xml files. I show you the path so where it will be available for the
Yeah, no.
config
In
files
domain.
under
In domain.
yes under
Under the domain.
yes under the domain there is a config file XML.
Yeah.
So and servers. So servers it means depending on the application we can create the servers. The configure instance to be hosted application and resources. So what kind of applications we are hosting? So we are supporting and we are deploying the applications for where ER jar
Is
applications.
okay.
Yeah. So and what are the services we are going to be used for the servers? It's like a services of JMS, services of JDBC. So once you can define the any messaging service, it will be considered for the like a one service. So we have a couple of Java services cycle.
So actually, do we use JMS in our projects?
Okay, okay.
Like,
See, every projects they are using the messaging. So if one I send the request to application, how that WebLogic will be converted? It's like a messaging. See, I'm
yeah,
sending one text to application that we need to wait for some response, right? So we
yeah.
need
But
to
do we
configure the
need to create
JMS.
JMS? I
Yeah.
think we are not using any JMS servers info. Do we need to create the server for the JMS server?
No, JMS is a messaging queue. So just we need to configure from the application side. So from
Okay.
our part like a WebLogic admin, just you make a connection to application and WebLogic. That's it.
I, I think in the code we have to mention, right?
Yes, exactly. So application encoded code you need to configure. So in current scenario, we are not using any JMS now. So we having one more
That's
project
why
that is, yeah. So
that's why I don't have
mostly
idea.
yes, yes. So mostly that organization will not prefer for JMS queue. So but for any such a cases like, so we need to require the applications configuration call, means we have to get the details and we have to configure from application and WebLogic interconnection. Okay. So
Diagnostics
and
means
it means, see, in currently my application is running and that many servers, it will be servers, all the servers, it will within every seconds, it will be rotating the logs by, it will be generating the diagnostics. It means what is the functionality is running from the application level, what is the thing is going from the server level. It means the all the things. Let me show you. So live example it is. So we have a one tool like the Spunk. So whatever data is going from the server level, it will generate the one log it is. So if it will be log is throwing any error, so here this is for one of the OSB. It's we having the four errors code. Let me show you. So that diagnostics log, it means every seconds whatever data throwing to application, that will be generating the one whatever one diagnostics status it is.
when you show that in WebLogic, so I can understand.
Sure, sure, I show the path. Yeah, see here that log will be rotating some error code. So my Splunk is what that functionality is doing. So if we got any diagnostics, it means every seconds it will be rotating, right? So logs will be rotating. So that entire information it will be rotated here. So I show in the backend. So where that, so let me check the log path it is. So defaultly based on the application size and the memory size, we will define the logs path. So some
Okay, you're saying
application,
diagnostics means logs.
yeah. So
Okay, I know. If any issue comes, it will show in logs.
yeah, see diagnosing that is the mean. So we'll directly check the logs by investigating the any issue. So you can find the solution.
Okay, I know.
Under the logs, yeah, under the logs, there is a one more for diagnostic. It means every second they're rotating the logs. So where it is. So for example, I set the log path into 5 MB. So for example, my 5 MB is log. It will be filled. It will generate the new log file.
Neuron.
So
Yeah.
yeah, before going to the log file generation, that will be generating for the diagnostics log for backend. Okay. So once that diagnosis going, so if WebLogic is running, it means that each and every request will show you for the diagnostic logs. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the cases they are mentioned for the diagnosis. So before going to the log path, it will showing the one location that is for the diagnosis to show the process. So what is the step is going, what the request is passing to the application and all, it will take care the diagnosis log. And
Okay.
So in the server types, so we'll talk about the servers. It means blindly we can say that is for admin server and managed servers it is. And coming to see in that game is I'll discuss about this one, no, JMSQ and JDBC pool. So once
Okay.
application code functionalities they require the messaging means we need to configure the JMSQ from WebLogic to application part. So in the same scenario, you can come with the JDBC pool means definitely we require the DB connection from WebLogic to application to DB. So we'll make a connection for by using the connection pools. Okay. So while
Okay.
discussing the connection pool, I show you that path how we can create it, how we can interact into DB and all. So then going with the next slide, admin server. So it's a what it's called like it's a central is like CPU. It's a central processing unit, right? In the same functionalities, you can say it is a control configuration controller from entire domain. So whatever domains you have created, so every domain they having the one admin server. For example, I have a five domains having five admin servers. Got it. That
Okay.
port will be different, and that URL accessible. You while accessing the WebLogic URL, that host will be different, port will be different, admin server is different.
Okay.
Okay, so that hosts the WebLogic console. So I show you yesterday that they whatever HTTP colons using the some servers or host name, right? That is the WebLogic default host. So enable you to start from the central location. Like while using the node managers, you can do the start and stop from the console. And coming to enable to migrate the servers and services within the domain. See, migrate it means
How to migrate?
yeah. So migrate it means I have a one server. Do you need to the same setup for another servers? See, they're using for migrate word, but it's not a like the migration and all. So if we talk about the migration, that is for enter different like one server versions to another server version. So it's a internal servers migration. It means my servers need to migrate it from other server. So what we can use that here, you can zip the server, what server you required, and just unzip the same server from the another mission. Got it. So that is the case
Okay.
there. Yeah. So that is the
Like
case
a
there.
pack and unpack.
During the fresh installation, you can do the pack and unpack. But if in after like so that application is serving for more than years, so you simply use that zip and unzip things for migrating
Okay.
and
Okay. Okay.
enables you to deploy the application within the domain. See, while applications, so you don't need to enable the application deployment within the domain because so every domain having the application what it's called like a deployment mode. So deployments mode we have the stage and external and the stage mode. So whatever deployment stage it will be having that should be an enable mode. Okay. So we need to
Mm.
follow some guidelines. So there must be an exactly one is a admin server is domain. So we discussing this one. Every admin server, sorry, every domain we have the one admin server, right? So it is in
Got
mandatory
it.
and
Okay.
admin. Yeah. So every domain, whatever domains you want to create, you can create it, but it is for mandatory. Whatever domains you creating, every domain having the one admin server. So an admin
Yes.
server control one domain. So opposite. So domain having the admin server having the one domain. Okay. For production uses, we recommended not hosting the application logic or resources and the admin server. So yesterday we discussed no. So no one will be
Yeah.
suggested to deploy the application and the admin server. Okay. So because
Mm.
so many scenarios like admin servers will be not supported to application deployment, and no middleware admin will be do the configuration checks or applications on deployment through admin server. So there is no any dependency of managed servers and admin server. For example, application is deployed to admin server. So admin server is not reacting. It says suspend set. My application, entire application will be went down. See, while example,
Okay.
so you don't, for example, I'm having a number of applications deployed into managed servers. We have options like more than managed servers. We will make it a cluster, admin server.
Mm.
Okay. There is no any option to make a cluster into the admin server. But managed servers, we have a options.
Yeah.
Got it? That is the
Mm.
reason applications will be deployed into the managed servers. So my managed servers 1 and 2 is went down. No problem. My application is deployed. Same setup will be another cluster. I need to brought up in that same scenario, right? If admin server you deploy the application, so application is admin server is down, that entire application will be went down, right? That scenario it will be not work. Will not suggest to do the admin deployment. So
Okay.
admin server does not need to run the all the times, correct? But it is required for make configuration and deployment changes to the running domain, correct? So no need. So every time no need to having the console access, console login page. So my application is deployed many servers. The many servers is up and running. If admin server is went down, no need to worry about. So if we need to do the restarts or config push from the console, you need to brought up the admin console. Rather than there is no any uses of admin server. Got it?
What? Can you repeat that
Yeah,
last one?
yeah. See, admin server does not need to run the all the times. It means if you need to
Yeah,
restart
yeah, I know that.
sorry, yeah, manage servers and any services you need to deploy. It means you it's required the
But if
admin
we
server.
but if we stop the adventure remaining or will run or not? Stop,
Correct.
not fail.
No,
Will
it's
not
a
run
valid
or not,
question.
I'm asking.
Yeah, it's a valid question, Shurya. So if you kill the admin server thing, there is no any dependence of remaining managed servers. So that application will be hosted on managed servers that are in the up and running. If you
Okay.
require the any changes initiated from the console, you need to brought up the admin server console. Got it?
Okay.
Like I need to restart the from console. I need to do the deployment via console. You require the console. Rather than there is no users of the admin console.
But but if in our project if admin server is failed state,
Okay.
we stop all the servers and restart them.
It means your application is having the dependency. See, like application deployment in there is an option. If you your application targeted to include the admin server, definitely that application having the impact. So let me show
But
you.
we didn't deploy it in admin server.
Yeah, see, you not deployed the admin server, but you targeting to application to admin server. Got my question. Let me show you. So your application is not deployed into the admin server, but you targeted one of the services or one of the application you targeted to admin server. See, in same scenario here. So that application is
See okay,
not deployed into the
just
admin server, but here they are targeted to admin server. Okay, that is the reason if
just
admin server is went, yeah, go ahead, Mukesh. Surya,
just
sorry.
tell me on point. What is the difference between services and application? Services are part of application, right?
Correct, exactly. See, um, let me show you one deployment. See, this is my, you can consider this Gmail is an on application. Okay.
Okay.
So if application is deployed into one server, like a one managed
Mm.
server, Gmail is deployed. So manager server 2 we have, manage server 3 we have. The same build code and deployment not deployed into manage server 2 or 3. Okay. So if it's in a standalone application, you deployed already application into one of the managed server. Okay.
You are saying
So
about standalone, sir.
yeah.
Okay.
So if application is deployed to one managed server, that application code having the multiple services, number of services it means Gmail. What are the Gmail functionalities having? Like sending service, like a sending mails. It's you can consider as a one service, and receiving mechanism. Okay, so it is for .vir and it is for .jar. Okay, the Gmail application is a main application. It is a enterprise application. And number manage server 2, I have deployed these two services, and manage server 3 I have deployed mm, like
Different services
correct,
regarding the
like you
mail,
can
right?
regarding the mail.
But
See,
uh, we-
yeah,
but
go.
this is for standalone, right?
Yes, it is for standalone.
But
If you want the, yeah, let me tell you
but
the
in terms
cluster as
of
well.
cluster, how it happens?
Yeah, yeah. See, whatever data, whatever services or deployment you make into deployed into the servers, the same setup, it will be having the cluster connection. See, I think there is one
Okay.
more slide.
I will
Let me show
say
you.
I will say what I know you explain.
Let
Okay.
me show you.
Hello.
See, yes, Surya. So
I
let me
will.
talk about the cluster. See, cluster is a group of many servers, not a group of admin servers, working
Okay.
together, provide the solution for simultaneously and scalability and reliability procedure. Okay. See, this is for cluster 1, and below one is
Okay.
the cluster 2. These both will be in sync, remember. So this both will be in sync. I push the config changes in the cluster 1, so it will show in a red there is on a red color box, right? That is, you can consider
Yeah.
that as the managed servers. Cluster 1 having the
Okay.
4 managed servers, cluster 2 having the 4 managed servers. The same data, whatever data is deployed or whatever application is deployed in the cluster 1, that same will be reflecting into cluster 2. Got it?
Okay.
That admin server is same, but cluster, it means that is the reason of cluster making. that same application reflecting onto other servers means it is in a cluster.
But the behavior of
I,
four servers is different from other four, right?
yes. That see if this many server is behaving unknown, like this many server one is down, many server one is down,
The
and cluster
remaining three
many.
will,
Yes, correct. Remaining three it should be in upright. If
yeah, it will
all
behave like
the
same.
go ahead, Surya.
I'm saying if I'm saying cluster one is different from cluster two, right? If server one in cluster one fails, remaining three will balance the load.
Correct, correct.
Uh, and
But cluster one managed server is the application owner. It means managed server one you deployed the application.
but in
Okay.
cluster, if we deploy in one server, it will replicate to all three, right?
No, it's not replica like say application deployed into the one managed server, remaining three shared the services. So
Yeah,
these four services, these four whatever cluster having the same build for each and every point, it should be in the cluster two as well. That is the functionalities of cluster.
okay. I'm
For
getting, see,
example,
if
hmm,
once, if you deploy the Gmail in server one, okay.
okay,
Uh, in server two, we deployed a service like sending service.
okay,
Okay. In you just draw the diagram. That is Gmail.
go ahead.
Okay. In server two, we are for server two, we are using sending messages services. For server three, we are
Okay.
using the like composing or anything. If server 2 fails, receiving will stop or not? Will not stop, right? I'm saying that. Are you getting my point?
Let me tell me repeat again.
See, in your diagram, we have four servers in cluster, right?
Yes,
If we de if we deploy Gmail in server one, and
you
we
can consider.
deploy sending, yeah, are you getting my point? In our cluster, we have four servers. We deploy Gmail in
Yes,
server one. In server
okay,
2, we deploy sending message service.
okay,
In 2, for deleting service. In
okay,
3,
okay,
anything.
okay.
If server 2 fails, sending will not stop, right? It will still, we can manage through other three servers, right? I'm saying that.
No, how it will be manageable? See, you differently deploy the service into three different missions. See, if this
But still,
entire
if stop, then what is the use of cluster? How it will share the load?
see, let me talk about the real environment. See, my application is deployed here. Okay, so starting services is
Hmm.
deployed here, and stopping service will be deployed here. For example, so this one will be went down. So it is in a
Okay.
cluster connection. So if
Yeah,
that
second one is just a second. Second one
let
is
me
okay, tell me from starting.
yeah. So application deployed the manage server one. Services is deployed manage server one and manage server three. Okay. So coming to this, the application is safe side. Application is accessible, but manage server is went down. Some services will be not reflecting. Okay, but
Okay.
still it is in a cluster connection.
Yeah.
Got it? It's a still cluster
Yeah.
connection. If cluster is having the same setup, but cluster 2 main server is up and running. Okay.
Okay,
In that
tell
scenario,
me again that point. Tell me that point.
see, cluster one is application, cluster two application is went, some services is went down. It's a cluster one. Okay.
Okay.
So if cluster, a managed server cluster two we have, right?
Okay.
Managed server cluster two we have, that is in up and running. So whatever services is running into managed server 2 in cluster 1, the same setup will be reflecting into cluster 2 and managed server 2 it is. So if
Just
I'm sending request to cluster server managed server
actually,
2.
I'm not actually that cluster two. I'm not getting. Listen to me. How can we see if, for example, we have eight servers? Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
You are saying one. Okay. Uh, can you tell me with eight servers if we have four? Because you are saying two, I'm confused.
Wait.
Cluster one.
So it's a cluster.
You are saying two clusters are there, or
Let me clarify that. Okay. Sorry. See, WebLogic server. We having a one WebLogic server cluster connection. It is for managed server 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a cluster connection. Got it?
no cluster
So
one?
now, yeah, it's a cluster connection. The cluster having the two groups. So it is for
I
56. So, sir, tell me.
in cluster we have two. You are saying in cluster they have groups.
Yeah,
Cluster, you are saying
no,
cluster have groups.
cluster don't have a groups. I'm saying you can consider group one is a cluster one. Group two is a cluster two.
Okay, okay,
So, so it is for 56 server. It is for 57. It is for 58. See, whatever services is depend to group one cluster, the same data,
okay,
each and every point it will be having for the group two cluster.
okay.
For example,
Now,
you can let me finish you.
okay, and
So
I understand. Now I understand your point. You are saying
you
I will say what you say. If 57 will fail, we can recover it from group two. You are saying right?
correct. It's not recovering.
No,
It's a down. That
okay.
request will
If
be
down, we
passing to group two plus manage
okay.
server two, right?
Uh, okay. Now I got your point. But tell me, I will I will explain from my project. In my project, we have only one cluster. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm? Even on one server fails. See, recently we had a issue with one server. So OS team stopped that and we also shut down that server. Still,
Mm.
the load is shared between remaining seven servers. But we are using only one server, only one cluster, not two.
No, one cluster it means
Like
cluster it means
we are
cluster it means see, yeah, I'm opening this manage server one. So that manage server is syncing with the other server. So where it is the cluster, let me show you. Okay, now tell me.
Okay, I will say. See, for
Mm-hmm.
example, don't think about admin server. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
okay. If we have sorry, in our project, here we have three servers, right?
Yes.
DFS, yeah, SIT1, SIT2, SIT3, MS1, MS2, MS3. Okay. In
Correct.
our project, these three are in cluster. Okay. If
Yes.
one fails, still
Mm-hmm.
remaining two will run and
Correct.
load will balance between these two. Okay.
Yes. Correct.
What I get from I am saying that still, even though one fails, remaining two will work.
Correct. Correct. So
You
because
are
it is a
saying that,
cluster.
right?
Yeah. 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 I
Because
understand your
cluster.
point.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
So cluster it means a cluster
but
like it that both will be in
but you are
sync.
saying this. Uh,
So that is
see,
the reason
discard.
if one
Tell me.
if yeah if one server is down, that is in a cluster
Mm.
means that same services will be cluster too, right? So if that load will be balanced for the cluster 2.
Not cluster to manage server to, right?
Yeah, managed server,
Two
you
and
can say that. Yeah.
mm. But
Hmm?
you are saying we deploy some services in MS1. If we deploy these also replicate to those two, right?
Exactly. So whatever data
Okay.
you deploy into cluster 1, that will same sync and reflecting to other cluster as well. Correct.
Okay. Yeah, we are confusing because I'm using manage server 1, 2, 3. You are using cluster. That's why
Yes.
words are different. Okay.
Yeah, that
Okay. Now
words and make
the
it for the
wording,
application call. Yeah, but the procedure and
the
the cluster way of working is same.
okay. Now
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah,
you are
the
clear, right? The
confusion
cluster,
and
the
words.
how it will be working. Yeah, yeah. So cluster it means a group of managed servers working, that the both clusters and managed servers working together and providing the increased scalability and reliability. Okay, it means they both will be working simultaneously. I mean same balance manner, and if any get a issue from cluster one, that cluster two will be take care the responsibility of entire application.
Okay.
Got it, Surya?
Okay.
So
Mm.
come back where we are. Admin server we covered, and so yesterday we discussed about administration console. So if you able to see the console, it means that is a gre- G graphical user interface. It means a GUI mode. Okay, so we can able to see the screen. If you coming to the server end, you can see, but it's like in command mode. Okay, so one administration console for each domain, correct? Every administration having the each domain having the one admin console. So admin server in the domain host the admin console application, correct? Admin servers hosting the multiple domains hosting the applications, and these are the default URL of WebLogic console, HTTP dot semicolons double semicolons it is host name of the server, and dots and port slash is a console. So while giving to this one, you are able to see the console page. If it is in a production, anything you need to default you can consider this as the hosted URL thing. And coming to next thing, it is for the introduction of the WebLogic server and the administration to manager interaction, the how it will be interaction. So admin having the all the admin server controls, the manage server, whatever application is deployed into the manage servers, that take the responsibility of manage server functionalities. So what here is saying admin server store the master copy of the domain configurations. Correct. So
Okay.
whatever data, whatever applications are deployed into the WebLogic, that all the data will be take a responsibility of admin server and include the configurations for all the managed servers in the domain. Each managed server store the local copy of its configurations. So we say that all
If
the
it's stage
configuration.
mode,
Tell me, Surya, you saying something?
if it's stage mode, it will copy, right? It will,
Yes, stage more it will be
if,
copyable.
if in another modes, we can discuss when we deploy.
I'm
Now
not
it
get
will
you,
confuse.
Surya.
We will confuse if we talk about deploy here. I'm saying that.
Deploy
I'm
it
saying I
means you talk.
will. I'm saying we will talk about deployment while hands-on.
Yeah, sure.
Do
So
you
you
have
want to,
any application?
so you want to reveal the deployments now? We can talk about.
No, 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 no. Okay. You can go on order.
Yes. So when that managed server is start, it will connect it to admin server through syncing. So if you initiated the managed server from the backend or the console level, it will connect it to admin servers. It will checking the configuration setup and it will the make it up. Okay. So when the configuration is changed, the admin server is send the changes and configurations to managed server. For example, I done the some configurations from the console through admin server, like I'm changes some parameter, like changed the host name and port number. So it's initiating from the admin server. It's we need to configure the data push from the console. You need to do the clean restart for changes reflection. Okay. So next coming to domain. So you can use the variety of criteria for organizing the WebLogic server instance into a domains. It means based on the application theme call or organization call, you can create the mode member of the domains and what it is. A logically related the web of WebLogic server instance that you manage it from the single set of configuration artifacts. So it means you can create the a member of WebLogics, not only single WebLogic. So if you created two or three more than WebLogic servers, you can manage servers based on the application compatibility. You can create the manage and you can set the all the configurations push from the server end. So what in the domain, so what we have in the domains, domain having the servers, missions we have in the domains, and clusters having the domains. So all the part of the domains and rules, the all the WebLogic server instance within the same domain, it must be the same major and minor. I think it's right is already repeated.
I think we discussed about this.
Yes, we'll ignore this. And servers, we already
It
covered
is,
this one, right? The JMS queue, sorry.
yeah.
Remove this and I'm removing this as well. The interaction is done and many servers we talk about. Coming to node manager. So we already know about the node manager. So yesterday we discussed about the node manager. If you have any doubts, so you ask me, Surya,
Okay,
before going to
as per your
node
right.
manager. Yeah.
Yesterday I asked you, right, what is the use of stopping the server? You node manager.
I'm not get you. Can you repeat
Anyway,
again?
what is the use of stopping or starting the node manager? Even though
From where?
we are starting in, we are starting the node manager in Putty, right?
Yes, yes. You can
Uh,
start it from the
uh,
putty and you can start it from the stopping from the putty. Correct.
uh, but I am asking what is the use? Anyway, we are stopping the servers, right? Because I am
So
asking this in for every activity we stop we don't stop the node manager for every activity. For some activities only we stop node manager.
yeah, so let
I don't
me
know the
clarify
reason
that.
behind that.
Yeah, yeah. Let me tell you. For example, so I have a access for the backend. So you are a WebLogic admin, you have the access for the backend, you logged in the server. So you can able to start the console, you can able to start the manage from the backend, you are able to start from the node manager as well. So there is no anything at all to required for the node manager. If you start the node manager from the backend, coming to console, you are accessible the console. If you use the functionalities called stopping and starting from the console, if you not configure the node manager while doing the console restarts, you no need to worry about that. So if you based on the requirement, so for example everyone don't have access for the backend server end, right? So some application monitoring team don't have a permission, some application testing team don't have a permission. This they have the
Okay.
console access. So there for it is in a testing environment. So I'll give the access for monitoring team. They are doing some continuously changes in the server level. Backend they don't have a service. I mean logins. They have the console access. They need to restart from the node manager. So if you not
Okay.
start the node manager from the server end, how they are not able to do the restart from the console? You got it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for that is the sake, so we are need to start the node manager from the backend, and you need to associate the each manage server into the node manager. So
Okay.
if it's not a like a default thing mandatory, we need to associate manage servers to node manager. So based on the your call,
Okay.
if you need to do the stop and start from the console, you need to start the node manager from backend. Got
Okay.
it? The same thing here explained the utilities process running and
Actually,
physical
in our
server.
project we are the monitoring team. We all are we.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Tell me.
So yeah. So I have a WebLogic server. I have a member of managed servers. Before making the node manager connection, definitely if you require the any node manager setup from the WebLogic, you need to create the missions. So why it's required the
Okay.
missions? It means missions will be take a initiative of the stopping and starting the managed servers. Okay. So if your managed server is down, sorry, your mission is down, that manage sorry node manager is associated to your manage server but mission is down, it means that you not able to do it via console to stop and start the services. So and one more thing remind, so every manage server having the different missions. For example, my node manager associate with this mission, this mission name is 25 and manage server is 1 and same manage server 2 you given to manage mission is same 21 25
Don't
and
worry.
20. Yeah, so if my mission 25 is down, you not able to do starts and start from the console. That is the reason if you make it the configuration each and one-to-one level, like one manage server, one mission, one manage server two and manage mission two, like that. So we have a member of admin server, they created one mission, manage server, they created one mission. See, I'm opening the manage server, one mission it is. So
Yeah.
it's a reachable. It means you able to do the stop and start from the console itself. Let me show you. See, I'm able to. It will be enabling while proceeding this one. That server is went down. It means it will going to be down state. Got it?
Okay. I know.
And
Yeah.
I'm not done. Yeah. So that is the sake we are using for the node manager. If you don't want to start and stop from the console, you don't need to start from the node manager.
Okay.
I think you aware where that path will be available from backend, right?
Yeah.
Node
Yeah.
manager
Okay. Yeah. In domain, in domain bin.
under under bin, correct? Under bin, so we have a script for start node manager dot sh.
Okay.
So and they're saying clearly. So while restarting the WebLogic instance through the remote, it means like you can consider that is a remote, right? WebLogic console. So remotely it will be
Yeah.
work. So must run and each physical server that hosts the WebLogic server instance that you can want the control with the node manager, correct? So if I need the access, if I need to control the manage servers, definitely I need to associate with servers to node manager. So not associate with the domains, correct? You can start any instance that resides on the same physical server. Correct. So if whatever servers you are associated with the physical servers, it is a managed servers, you can take a charge of that. Optional, but required to start and start servers using the admin console. Yes, it's a optional. If you want, you can use that option. If you don't want, you not use from the console start and stop. Required for the whole service migration and for the same configuration of automatic service migration. So if you associate with the node manager, if you done any config changes initiated from the console, you need to do the restart from the like a automation setup. You can do the restart from the console. It will be no impact of the servers. You can do from the console as well.
Okay.
So I think node manager you clear, I guess. If still you have any
Hmm.
doubts, let me know.
On.
Yeah, nice. So just we discuss about the cluster. I hope you
Yeah.
clear the things cluster how it will working, right? So
Till now, I'm okay with everything, but cluster is, I'm still, I have confusion. That we can clear while doing with hands-on.
done. Yeah, we'll do that.
Mhm. Yeah.
So and missions. Just now we talk about the missions. So the definition
Yeah.
that identify the particular physical piece of hardware. You can consider what we can imagine like mission is like one hardware part. But coming to
Yeah.
here, the mission is defined used to associate the computers with the node with the managers it in a host. It means so it will be take the charges of the node manager while doing the stop and start. It
Each,
will associate.
each node has one mission, right?
Yes, correct. So one node, one mission, one manage server. It is one mission. It
One,
should be.
one node can have any number of n number of managers, right?
That scenario I explained, no. So if you give that in one mission for two, three managed servers, if one mission is down, it means a not reach inactive state, you're not able to initiate the restarts from the console.
Okay.
If you created one to one, one managed server, one mission, two managed server, two missions. Okay, in that scenario, if one managed server, one mission is down, it means inactive state. No, no, we can start that mission from the backend. Got it? So if there is no impact, so if you associate more than three, four mission manage servers in the same mission, that is an impact. Okay,
Actually, wait. Actually, we have 6 nodes in our project, and each node have one mission,
one mission.
right?
Correct.
Yeah, we can have any number of managed servers for each node, right? We have
Correct.
2 servers for each node.
Okay.
Even though one server of a node fails, still we can start through console.
Yes.
You are
You
saying
your configuration push one to one. Then you can start it.
okay,
Yeah. So
okay.
then use by node manager and the restarting the failed for managed servers. Yes. So used by the clustered managed servers is selecting the best location for restore the replica session data. Yeah, correct. So using the cluster connection, you make the same mission into other clusters as well. Like one mission, two managed servers. Like the sync, the clusters is a different mechanism, but you need to create the two different cluster for two different missions. Okay, for the time saving, for the functionalities level. And we have one more topic, that is for service configuration. So while checking for WebLogic structure, it is in a part of the WebLogic. So it is in a domain structure looks like. So we have a one option like the services. We already discussed about the JMS, Java Mechanism Service. So based on the application call, we'll initiating the connection between application and WebLogic. Okay, that is purely depending on the application load or application call it is. And what it's saying, like beside topology elements, and you also configure the services in a domain that application replica on JMS and JDBC diagnosis. I think it's repeated, I guess. So generalization, the
Topology.
configuration of the topology, it means a mechanism, like so their functionality call they use for the topologies, you can consider like a functional or elements like that. So this you can
Okay,
see the data sources and multiple data sources. This is also on topologies. Okay, under this one they are
okay,
staying like beside the topologies elements. So you also configure the services in the domain that application is replicable and JMS and JDBC and diagnostics. And general nation the configuration is services in the domain. The all the configuration push will maintain for the domain, correct? The target to specify the servers are clusters. So while deploying any application, you need to selecting from source to destination location. So I earlier I show you right the target. So if your application is deployed to one server, you need to
you
target
have
the
to select the targets.
target. So I
Okay,
mean which managed servers is capable to deliver the application. Based on that, you can select the servers. Target it means in a
okay,
managed servers call, and that instance of the resources is created the each services specified. So if you need to create the any one parameters in the instance, that sheet's not a part of the each server. If you define one managed server is some different scenario, that is in a part of the one server functionality it is. We not defining, so one managed server is capturing this one, the another server is you need to make it the same functionality as another two server as well. So whatever changes you need to make a functional, make it that one. And so I think we have one more topic, it's for configuration files. One, two, three. I think so. Surya will cover in the next session. I think so. It will take some time. So we having almost 10 to 15 slides we have still. So we'll cover with the next sessions.
okay. These actually, I want to ask one thing.
Tell me, Surya.
Can we cover this with hands-on all these things instead of saying all these things before?
It means,
Because it,
see tomorrow. I tell you the schedules actually. So in yesterday and day after tomorrow, that is in the weekends, right? So we'll
yeah,
covering from Monday onwards. Like we'll start with the
okay,
Monday with the
Monday,
hands.
okay, okay, and Monday can you join fast because I'm having a call with my manager at 8 o'clock. I
Okay,
have
then
to join
we'll
10,
start with
10
a
minutes.
little bit early. Yeah, no problem. We can.
Okay. And how can we arrange Linux in Windows?
Or we can. Or we can.
Arrange the Linux OS in Windows. I'm u- I'm using the Windows laptop. Okay. How to
Okay.
install Linux and use and learn from Linux? Did you get? Are you getting my point?
So you having the Windows mission, Windows laptop. You
Yeah.
want to install the
We,
Linux.
yeah.
I got it, but
We have
Linux
done that.
missions, yes, yes, yes. So you want to practicing on Linux missions. Still, as of now, I don't have any Linux missions. So
No,
I
not
check
Linux.
internally.
Okay.
So if
Okay.
you want Linux missions, you need to from your PC, you need to do the OS reinstallation of Linux. That we can do. That's it.
Right. Okay. We can do that, right?
Yeah,
And do you
we can do,
have any
but that
application code? Do you have any
which application
application codes like we for deploying?
for testing purpose.
Yeah, for testing purpose.
Yeah, yeah, we can try it some trial versions.
Okay, okay,
Yeah, you at least you can make it some as like a jar file. It is like you can make it some welcome note and make it jar file, and
okay,
you can try to deploy that as well. It will be workout.
okay, okay,
Hmm?
okay then.
Okay,
Thanks.
then I think Soumya
Okay,
will share the sessions.
okay,
Yeah, okay.
okay, okay. From Monday, we start from installation, then we cover all these things which you teach.
Yeah. So if you still having some doubts or any regarding queries,
I,
you can
I'm okay with all, but that cluster thing, still a bit confusion. We can clear
will
when we do hands-on.
yes. So we'll covering on that and
Because
next.
every actually I'm thinking I'm comparing with my project scenario. That's why bit confusion.
No problem. So when we starting for the next session, so we'll make a clear understanding of the cluster, then we'll proceed with the next sessions.
Basically, these four are the characteristics of a data warehouse. Okay,
Okay.
subject oriented means grouping the related subject
Data.
area relevant
Subject.
data, like the sales, grouping of sales data related tables at one place, grouping of finance related tables at one place, and so on for each different subject, grouping them. It's nothing but subject oriented. So like a data warehouse is subject oriented. So like we group the data as per the subject. It's not like that scattered. So like it's properly structured.
Okay.
Okay, that is the first characteristic of a data warehouse. The second characteristic of data warehouse is integrated, or like integration. What do you mean by integration or integrated? Okay, we bring in the data from multiple systems and merge into a single data warehouse.
Yes.
That is nothing but known as the integration. Integrating data from multiple systems. Yesterday we have seen the example, right? Wherein for the data warehouse, we were fetching data from multiple systems. We were fetching data
Yes.
from the Oracle EBS system. We were pulling data from Microsoft SQL Server. We were pulling data from different CRM systems, from various point of sale systems, SAP systems, etc. Right? And integrating it into a single data warehouse.
Data warehouse.
Yeah, or a single database. Right? So that is the second characteristic of a data warehouse. Okay. Third is
Okay.
time variant. Okay. So basically, when we store the data in the data warehouse, it is identified with a particular time period generally. Okay. So like when did we load the data into data warehouse? Okay. Or if you are like
Okay.
maintaining the history data. So like this data was active for which period?
Okay.
Okay. So basically it is time bound or like time variant. Okay. And
Okay.
the fourth characteristic is non-volatile. Okay. Generally, in a data warehouse, the data doesn't change that frequently. Okay. Whereas in the like,
Non-volatile means what?
sorry, Ranga.
What you can you repeat again?
Yeah, yeah. Non-volatile in the sense the data doesn't change much in the data warehouse. Like, if there are any updates to the data in the source, we will update the data in the warehouse as well. But like, what we do is we won't update the data as is in data warehouse generally. Like, overnight we will do all the changes we will do overnight. Like we'll not process the data as it changes in the source, but we will run the loads in a nightly batch, or like we'll run the batch in some weekly mode, or like for 15 days, or like for monthly also. There can be some jobs for which we will be refreshing the data on a periodic basis,
Month.
monthly,
Yes,
weekly,
monthly base.
daily, but like not on the fly. So generally it's like non-volatile, and once we load the data into warehouse, we generally don't delete the data.
Okay.
Okay. So like for example, you are now working in TCS Hyderabad. Next year you move to Bangalore location. So like in the source systems or the ERP system, the location gets updated to Bangalore, and you will have a single record like no one employee ID is 1000, employee name Ranga, and location as Bangalore. It will not have your previous location details. But whereas in data warehouse, we will not delete the true and insert this Bangalore entry. Instead, what we'll be doing is we'll be maintaining two rows, one for Hyderabad and one for
And
Bangalore.
one for Bangalore. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. And along with that, we will have a indicator or a flag stating which is the current record, or like
Current
which is
record.
the
Okay.
active record. Yeah. Based
Okay.
on that, we can say, okay, Ranga's current location is Bangalore and not Hyderabad.
Okay.
Because like if you don't have any indicator, how will we find out? It's not
Which one
possible,
is the
right?
current one? Is yes.
Which one is the active record? We will not get to know. So we'll
Yes.
basically add a like a flag or some indicator, or based on the date.
Okay.
Even like we can put a date for the activeness, like from 1st Jan 2023 till 31st December 2023, the location is Hyderabad, whereas for Bangalore it will be 1st Jan 2024, and the end date will be null, indicating that like it's an active record.
Okay.
Right? So these are the like main four characters of the data warehouse. Okay, subject oriented, integrated, time variant, and non volatile.
Non-volatile.
Any doubts, Rangan?
No, no.
Okay, good. So yesterday, we had seen that no, basically from the source we extract and load the data into the warehouse, right? So
Yes.
basically we build the data warehouse for decision making, right? So that the business users can take critical decisions at the right time based on the data. Okay. So basically
Okay.
we call the data warehouse as a OLAP as well. Online
OLAP. OLAP.
analytical process.
Yes.
Are you aware of these terms? OLTP and
OLAP.
OLS.
OLDPS. Yes.
Okay.
Not now. I previously I know OLAP. OLATP. That's
Okay. Can you tell me, what is the difference, or what the you basically know about this? What is and why are where do we use OLTP system? Where and where we
I
use the
think OLAP
OLAPs?
is nothing but target. I think target data.
Okay.
And OLTP means when we do the transformation at that time we can day to day data like that we can use for OLTP. Is it right?
Right. Basically, no, OLTP systems are used for running the business, the ERP
OLTP.
system. Yeah, OLTP.
Okay.
OLTP, it is used for running the business. Okay.
Okay.
Example. Okay. Like now, no, World Cup is happening. Okay. So if you want to go and watch the match in a ground, what will you do?
We need to book ticket.
You need to purchase the ticket, right?
Yeah.
So generally we'll be having some ticketing system,
Yes.
right? So ticketing system is used for running the business. It is
Yes.
used for selling the tickets, right? Because if we manually try to sell the tickets, there are chances that someone might take a Xerox copy or a photocopy and say that this is my ID.
Yes.
So nowadays that's why we are computerizing it, right? And we are giving a scan code, so that the
Yes.
scan code will be unique for everyone.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So basically any system that helps to run the business is an OLTP system.
Okay.
Okay, like anything ticketing system, or if you go to KFC or McDonald's, you pay the bill, right? You pay the
Yes.
money and purchase food, let it be pizza or anything, right? So point of sale systems, POS is nothing but point of sale system, wherein you go, pay the money and book your order. So
Okay.
these are all examples of OLTP system, which helps to run the business. Okay. Whereas
Okay.
OLAP system is used to analyze the business. Okay, data warehouse or the business intelligence system. Okay,
Okay.
so basically OLAP systems are used to analyze the data. Okay, this is how many have been sold.
Your screen is not visible, Mohammed.
Is it visible now?
Ah, yes.
Okay. So basically, OLAP is used to analyze the business. Like, know how many tickets have been sold, how many are unsold.
Okay.
Okay. Or like, no, maybe how much profit we made or loss, those things. So basically, to like, no, analyze the data. Okay.
Okay.
Suppose like, no, you are a mobile phone CEO. You are like, no, CEO of iPhone. Okay. So you need to see the data, right? When you
Okay.
see the
Yes.
data
Yes.
and see that like, no, okay, in India, iPhones are in like, no, great demand, and in like, no, Sri Lanka, no one is buying iPhone. Okay. So like, no, ship all the phones from Sri Lanka to India. When can you make that decision? Only when you know that like, no, there is a great demand in India, and there is no demand for iPhones in Sri Lanka.
Yes.
Ranga, are you there?
Yes. You are not able to hear me?
No, no, now
Hello.
your voice is audible.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, like, in the OLTP system, you'll get to know how many units of iPhone sold, right? But for this, what you'll have to do, there will be multiple dealers, right?
Yes.
Suppose say like, there are say 500 dealers in India and 200 dealers in Sri Lanka. Okay. So if you don't have a data warehouse system, or if you don't have a OLAP system, what you'll have to do as a CEO, you'll have to call each of the dealer and you'll have to get a
No.
report. Okay,
Yes. It's too difficult.
dealer one, Ranga, do you have any issues with the internet? Like, are you able to hear
No.
me?
No. Ah, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. No, I think you were trying to say something. So I thought, okay, is my voice audible or not? Okay. Like, no, uh, in the OLTP system, the dealers will have that information. But like, no, the dealer one doesn't know how many units have been sold by the dealer two, and so on, right? So as a CEO, what you will have to do, you will have to call all the 700 dealers and take information. Like, no, how many units you sold, how many iPhones you have sold for January, how many for February, how many for March, till December, 12 months you need to take the details from how many dealers, 700 dealers. So how much time will it take?
Yes,
It will
it's
take
too
minimum
difficult.
1 month. It will take
Yes.
minimum 1 month, right?
Yes.
To call each dealer, take like, day by day, or like, monthly wise also, it takes lot of time. It will take more than a
Yes.
month or so. But if you have this data warehouse or a business intelligence system, you can just build one report which will give you like, the complete information. So with which you can understand, okay, in like, India there is a great demand, and in Sri Lanka there is not much demand. So better ship all the mobiles from Sri Lanka to India. So you
India.
can take the decision only when you have the data in front of you. So OLAP is
Yes.
used to analyze the business and take critical decisions at the right time. Whereas OLTP system is used for running your business. Okay. Now, did you get a
Yes.
clear picture between OLTP and OLAP?
Yes, yes, Mohammed.
Okay. And there are further more differences. Okay. The OLTP
Okay.
system is mainly used by the clerical staff or etc. or lower level of management people.
Okay.
Lower or sometimes maybe middle level management people may also use
OLTP.
OLTP to
Okay.
enter the data. Okay. Like no.
Okay.
Okay. Person one, person A came. He took the iPhone 15 on 15th January 2023. So they will enter the data, right? The dealer
Yes.
will enter the data. So mostly those will be kind of lower level or middle level or the very basic clerical stuff. People will be doing that. If you go to the
Okay.
Pizza Hut or anything, you can see, right, the clerical people are small people, they will be billing the details. Whereas
Yes.
the OLAP is mainly used by the higher management to analyze analyze the data and take decisions. So basically, here the users are clerical staff, lower are these things, whereas OLAP is users are higher management people.
Yes.
And next, coming to the function, it is used for day-to-day operations. Whereas the OLAP function is for making decisions.
Decision making. Okay.
And coming to the data, in OLTP system, we will be having only the current data. As I said,
Okay.
in the OLTP system, only your current location will be stored, which is Bangalore. But they will not store your previous data, which is Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
Whereas in a OLAP system, we will be maintaining current plus historical data. Okay.
Okay.
Here the data will be frequently updated. Okay.
Okay.
Here, on a batch mode, daily, weekly, monthly, etc. The data will be refreshed. Okay. And since
Okay.
in OLTP, since we will be maintaining only the current data, the volume will be less. Volume of data would be less because instead of
Less.
creating a new record, we are deleting and updating, right? Whereas here,
Yes.
volume will be
History.
huge because we'll be maintaining some 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of data. And here, as the users are clerical lower level of people, a lot of people will be consuming or using these OLTP systems. Here, very few, only the top level or senior most people will be using the OLAP systems.
Yes.
So if you want, you can just take a screenshot. I'll
Yes,
even try to provide you.
yes, it's possible you can take and send notes. I type it in
Yes.
my notepad. It's okay.
Oh, okay. So instead of that, let copy and paste it over here in the chat. Okay.
Okay.
So basically, these are the differences between OLTP and OLAP.
Well,
So mainly, the main is thing is the first point. OLTP for running the business, OLAP for analyzing the business. Okay.
okay.
And yesterday we had seen the main usage of data warehouse. Why we go for the data warehouse? Because since the data is spread across multiple systems, the integration is a challenge. So while loading the data, we integrate and load the data. So for that purposes, we go for the warehouse. And the
Warehouse.
second thing is, yeah, people are spending hundreds and thousands of dollars to build a data warehouse, right? So the main purpose is to integrate the data from multiple systems and load it into a single warehouse, or it's a single version of truth,
Okay.
so that the business or the higher management can take decisions at critical times. So while integrating or while loading the data, I said, right, we'll be transforming the data. So basically, not only changing from one form to another, but we'll even implement data quality rules as well,
Yes, according to our business.
according to the business requirements, right?
Yeah.
And nowadays, a new concept of data lake has come into picture. Have you heard about this term, data lake?
Yes, but I don't know what is the definition of that.
Okay. See, basically, a data warehouse is nothing but a database,
Okay.
relational database. Okay.
Okay.
Relational database where you extract the data from multiple systems and store your data in a structured format, which is readily
Okay.
available for building reports, so that the end users can view the reports and take some decisions based on the data, right?
Yes.
So the data warehouse can be built on any database, Oracle, Teradata, Microsoft SQL Server, or any other RDBMS. But the
Okay.
problem here is, like you know the software is expensive, right? either the
Yes.
Oracle software or anything, Teradata, MS SQL. All these softwares are quite expensive, and as
Okay.
the DB size increases, it will be more and more expensive
Okay.
because we need to add storage space and all, right?
Yes.
We need to add storage space, more memory, and as the storage memory size increases, if your server is small, it cannot handle. So you'll have to add one more server in parallel, or
Okay.
if that doesn't support, maybe increase the server by a bigger server, etc. So here cost is increasing. Okay, but you are delivering reports to business users.
Okay.
Okay, only thing is the cost. And another problem is we have structured data. Okay, in data warehouse we
Okay.
can only store structured data because these are
Yes.
relational databases, right? So you cannot store movies, you cannot store videos, you cannot store photos, or no JSON files, etc. Some of the databases are now accepting JSON as well, JSON files as well, but normally majority of the databases still don't support semi-structured data also. So forget about
Okay.
unstructured data. Okay, so those
Okay.
are the two challenges at a bigger level. There can be no multiple, but these are broadly the two challenges which companies have. One is the increasing cost, and the second is the unable to handle unstructured data or the semi-structured data. So the data lake concept has emerged. Okay,
Okay.
in data lake, what we do is we'll be adding cheap servers,
Okay.
our desktops in parallel. Okay, so basically in a data lake, we can add keep our desktops, keep on adding in a network. Okay, and
Okay.
the data will be replicated in a no, while configuring the data lake, we have a concept called as data replication. So
Yes.
the same data
Reflected
is
to
kept in
other.
multiple, yeah, it's kept in multiple servers, or multiple desktops, so that if one desktop goes down, because these are some cheap desktops, right? So the probability is the desktop or the server might stop working. If it stop working, or the hard disk crashes, you lose the data. So what we do is we replicate the data, so that no, okay,
Yes.
even if one desktop or one server goes down, not an issue, we have the data in other two servers.
Servers. Okay.
So the data lake is used for cheap storage, plus it can handle unstructured or semi-structured data. Okay, That's the reason the new concept of data lake has come into picture.
ఓకే. మేము మా ప్రాజెక్ట్‌లో రిప్లికేషన్ ప్రాసెస్ చేస్తాం. థింక్.
మీ ప్రాజెక్ట్ లో డేటా లేక్ కూడా ఉందా?
అంటే మా సోర్స్ అనేది పిఎస్‌సి నుంచి వస్తది. అక్కడి నుంచి గోల్డెన్ గేట్‌కి రిప్లికేషన్ చేసి, అక్కడి నుండి డేటా వేర్ హౌస్‌కి చేసి, అక్కడి నుంచి మేము తీసుకొని డేటా వర్క్ చేస్తాం ఓడిఐకి.
ఓకే ఓకే
సో
ఓకే ఓకే. గోల్డెన్ గేట్ అనేది డేటా రెప్లికేషన్ టూల్.
యెస్. పర్ఫార్మెన్స్‌కి బాగుండడానికి యూజ్ చేస్తారు కదా అది. స్లో
బేసికల్లీ డేటా రెప్లికేషన్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే మీ సోర్స్ కానీ నిన్న చెప్పాను కదా, లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ విల్ బి సోర్స్, రైట్ సైడ్ విల్ బి ద టార్గెట్.
టార్గెట్.
సో
ఓకే.
బేసికల్లీ డేటా రెప్లికేషన్ టూల్స్ ఏం చేస్తాయంటే సోర్స్ లో ఏదైతే చేంజెస్ అయ్యాయో ఆ సేమ్ చేంజెస్ ఇక్కడికి మూవ్ చేసేస్తాయి.
ఓకే.
బేసికల్లీ డేటా రెప్లికేషన్ టూల్ ఏం చేస్తుందంటే సోర్స్ లో ఏదైనా చేంజ్ జరిగితే జస్ట్ ఒక చేంజ్ మాత్రం టార్గెట్ కి మూవ్ చేస్తాము.
లేదు, ఒక్క చేంజే మూవ్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే.
రైట్, విల్ నాట్ మూవ్ ద కంప్లీట్ డేటా
ఓకే.
ఫ్రమ్ సోర్స్ టు టార్గెట్. సపోజ్ మన దగ్గర we have an EMP table. Okay,
ఓకే.
అండ్ ఈరోజు 4 రికార్డ్స్ చేంజ్ అయ్యాయి.
ఓకే.
చేంజ్ టోటల్ okay. We have
ఓకే.
this employee table where 1 million records are there, but only 4 records got changed.
ఓకే.
సో ఈ ఒరాకిల్ గోల్డెన్ గేట్ అనేది ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఈ ఓన్లీ 4 రికార్డ్స్ తీసుకొని వచ్చి ఇక్కడ టార్గెట్ లో కూడా మనకి సేమ్ ఈఎంపీ టేబుల్ ఉంటుంది.
ఓన్లీ 4 రికార్డ్స్ అప్డేట్ చేస్తుంది.
ఓన్లీ ఆ 4 రికార్డ్స్ అప్డేట్ చేస్తాను అన్నమాట.
ఓకే.
ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ మూవ్ ఆల్ ద కంప్లీట్ డేటా అన్నమాట 1 మిలియన్ రికార్డ్స్, ఎందుకంటే
ఓకే.
అవి ఆల్రెడీ ఉన్నాయి మన దగ్గర. డైలీ మనకి అన్ని చేయాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు కదా.
ఓకే.
సో బేసికల్లీ ఇట్ విల్ pull those changed records and update the target system.
ఓకే.
మనకి ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది దీనికి చేంజ్ డేటా క్యాప్చర్ అంటాం. మనకి ఓడిఏలో కూడా ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉంది, చేంజ్ డేటా క్యాప్చర్.
ఓకే.
ఓకే, బట్
ఓకే.
ఇక్కడికి మీన్స్ మీరు అనొచ్చు, ఓడిఏలో ఉంటే మనం ఒరాకిల్ గోల్డెన్ గేట్ ఎందుకు కొనాలి?
ఓకే. వై?
రైట్, నాకు ఓడిఐ వర్క్ చేస్తుందంటే వై ఐ నీడ్ ఒరాకిల్ గోల్డెన్ గేట్? ఓడిఐలో నేను డేటా రెప్లికేషన్ చేయొచ్చు, డేటా ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ కూడా చేయొచ్చు. సో ఓడిఐ ఇస్ బెటర్ కదా అనొచ్చు మీరు. బట్ ద ప్రాబ్లమ్ విత్ ఓడిఐ ఈస్ ఇట్స్ నాట్ రియల్ టైమ్.
ఓకే.
ఓడిఐలో కూడా మనం ఈ చేంజ్ డేటా క్యాప్చర్ చేసుకొని ఓన్లీ ఆ 4 రికార్డ్స్ అనేవి టార్గెట్ కి మూవ్ చేయొచ్చు. బట్ ఓడిఐ ఈజ్ నాట్ రియల్ టైమ్.
ఓకే.
గోల్డెన్ గేట్ ఇస్ రియల్ టైమ్. మీకు సోర్స్ లో ఒక్క రికార్డ్ చేంజ్ అయినా ఇమ్మీడియట్లీ ఆ రికార్డ్ విల్ గెట్
టార్గెట్లు ఇంటూ టార్గెట్.
రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్. whereas
ఇది
ODI is
ఆటోమేటిక్ ప్రాసెస్ ఫిక్స్ చేస్తారు కదా, ఆటోమేటిక్గా సోర్స్లో అప్డేట్ అయితే ఆటోమేటిక్గా గోల్డెన్ ఇక్కడ టార్గెట్లో అప్డేట్ అయిపోద్ది కదా, ఆటోమేషన్ ప్రాసెస్.
మనకి ఏం చేయాల్సిన పని ఉండదు. మనం జస్ట్ ఒక్కసారి గోల్డెన్ గేట్ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసేసాం అనుకోండి, అది
ఓకే.
ఆటోమేటికల్లీ ట్రిగర్ అయ్యి చేసేస్తుంది.
ఓకే.
వెరాజ్ ఓడిఐ ఏంటంటే రియల్ టైం కాదు, అది బ్యాచ్ మోడ్. అది మనం ఎప్పుడైతే
ఓకే.
ఓడిఐ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తామో అప్పుడే ఆ డేటా రిఫ్రెష్ చేస్తుంది.
ఓకే.
ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ పీపుల్ పర్చేజ్ గోల్డెన్ గేట్ అన్నమాట.
ఓకే. ఇప్పుడు ఒక డౌట్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మేము ఇప్పుడు నేను ఒక డేటాబేస్లో ఒక టేబుల్ ఉంది నా దగ్గర, అట్స్ టార్గెట్ టేబుల్. ఓకే, మేము పిఎస్ఏని సోర్స్గా యూజ్ చేస్తాం, సోర్స్ అక్కడి నుంచి తెచ్చుకుంటాం. సోర్స్ టేబుల్ పిఎస్ఏ నుంచి గోల్డెన్ గేట్కి తెచ్చి, గోల్డెన్ గేట్ నుంచి డేటా వేర్ హౌస్కి తెచ్చి, అక్కడ నుంచి ఓడిఐకి తెచ్చి ఆ సోర్స్ టేబుల్ దాన్ని మా డేటాబేస్ హౌస్లో ఉండే టార్గెట్ టేబుల్కి మ్యాప్ చేస్తాం. ఇక్కడ ఎట్లా ప్రాసెస్ జరుగుతుంది? అర్థమైంది నేను చెప్పాను.
మీ దగ్గర ఇది పిఎస్ఏ సోర్స్ ఉందండి.
ఓకే. ఎస్.
ఓకే, దిస్ పిఎస్ఏ సోర్స్. ఓకే, సో
మా డేటా
దాని
అంతా
తర్వాత
సోర్స్ డేటా పిఎస్ఏ నుంచి తెచ్చుకుంటాం, పిఎస్ఏ అక్కడ నుంచి తీసుకొస్తాం,
గోల్డెన్ గేట్ లో తీసుకొని వస్తున్నాం. గోల్డెన్ గేట్ ద్వారా ఏదో డిఫరెంట్ టార్గెట్ సిస్టమ్ కి తీసుకొని వస్తున్నాం. ఓకే,
సో ఇప్పుడు మార్నింగ్ ఏమైందంటే పిఎస్ఏలో నా సోర్స్ టేబుల్ ఉంది, కానీ గోల్డెన్ గేట్లో నా సోర్స్ టేబుల్ లేదు.
ఓకే,
సో మనం అప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? మళ్ళీ మన గోల్డెన్ గేట్లో కూడా మన సోర్స్ టేబుల్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలా? ఐ మీన్ రిప్లికేషన్ చేయాలి కదా.
అది ఆటోమేటిక్ క్రియేట్ అయిపోతుందండి టార్గెట్ లో. గోల్డెన్ గేట్ కెన్ హ్యాండిల్ దట్ వన్.
ఓకే.
అది మనకి ఏంటంటే గోల్డెన్ గేట్ లో కొన్ని కాన్ఫిగరేషన్స్ ఉంటాయి.
ఓకే.
ఓకే, సో మనం ప్రాపర్ గా కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసామనుకోండి, గోల్డెన్ గేట్ విల్ ఈవెన్ హ్యాండిల్ డిడిఎల్ ఆల్సో.
ఓకే.
ఓకే, సో మీరు ఏదో చెప్తున్నారు, చెప్పండి.
అంతే, ఇది నేను కొంచెం క్లారిటీ లేదు, నేను మండే కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి చెప్తాను మీకు మండే.
ఓకే, సో గోల్డెన్ గేట్ అనేది డేటా రెప్లికేషన్ టూల్ అండి. సో బేసికల్లీ వాట్ ఎవర్
ఓకే.
ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద సోర్స్ సిస్టమ్ దానికి టార్గెట్ లోకి సింకప్ చేయడానికి మనం యూజ్ చేస్తాం ఇన్ రియల్ టైం బేసిస్.
ఓకే. ఓకే. ఓకే.
సిమిలర్ మనకి సోర్స్ ఇది చేంజ్ డేటా క్యాప్చర్ అనేది కాన్సెప్ట్ ఓడిఏలో కూడా ఉంది. బట్ ఓడిఏలో ఏంటంటే ఇట్స్ నాట్ రియల్ టైం,
ఎస్, ఇట్స్ బ్యాచ్.
ఇట్స్ a batch mode whenever we refresh it.
ఓకే.
ఓకే, బేసికల్లీ ఓడిఐలో మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఇక్కడ ట్రిగర్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తామన్నమాట ఈ సోర్స్ టేబుల్స్ మీద.
ఓకే.
బేసికల్లీ ఏదైనా డిఎంఎల్ ఆపరేషన్ జరిగింది అనుకోండి, ఇన్సర్ట్ కానీ అప్డేట్ కానీ, సో
ఓకే.
ఆ ట్రిగర్ ఫైర్ అయ్యి అదేం చేస్తుంది అంటే ఒక టెంపరీ టేబుల్లో టేబుల్లో సపోజ్ 4 రికార్డ్స్ చేంజ్ అయ్యాయి. సో 4 రికార్డ్స్
ఓకే.
అనేవి ఒక టెంపరీ టేబుల్లో స్టోర్
స్టోర్
చేసుకుంటుంది
అవుతాయి.
అన్నమాట.
ఓకే.
$J అనేసి టెంపరీ టేబుల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తుంది ఓడిఐ. సో దాంట్లో ఆ 4
ఓకే.
రికార్డ్స్ అనేవి సేవ్ అయిపోతాయి.
ఓకే.
ఎనీ డిఎంఎల్ ఆపరేషన్ మీరు ఇన్సర్ట్ అప్డేట్ డిలీట్ ఏదైనా చేశారనుకోండి, సో ఓడిఐ ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే ఆ టేబుల్స్ మీద ట్రిగర్ పెట్టేస్తుంది. సో
ఓకే.
whenever the record gets inserted, the trigger will get fired and it will load the record into $J table, temporary table.
ఓకే.
సో మీరు ఓడిఐ రన్ చేసినప్పుడు అదేం చేస్తుంది అంటే అది ఈఎంపి టేబుల్కి వెళ్ళదు, అది $J ఈఎంపి టేబుల్కి వెళ్ళేసి చెక్ చేస్తుంది ఎన్ని రికార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. 4 రికార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఆ 4 రికార్డ్స్ తీసుకొని వచ్చేసి టార్గెట్ ఈఎంపి టేబుల్లో లోడ్ చేసేస్తుంది.
లోడ్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే.
ఓకే, ఆర్
ఓకే.
దిస్ ఇస్ వన్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అన్నమాట ఓడిఐలో. సెకండ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది లాగ్ బేస్డ్ అన్నమాట. సో ట్రిగర్ కాకుండా ఓడిఐ ఏం చేస్తుంది అంటే లాగ్ చెక్ చేస్తుంది, డేటాబేస్ లాగ్. ఎందుకంటే మనం
ఓకే.
ఏదైనా యాక్షన్ చేస్తే ఇన్ ద బ్యాక్ ఎండ్ డేటాబేస్, కొన్ని డేటాబేసెస్ ఏంటంటే లాగ్ చేస్తాయి అన్నమాట ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్, లైక్
ఓకే.
ఒరాకిల్, ఎంఎస్సిక్వెల్ అలాంటి మెజారిటీ ఆఫ్ ద డేటాబేసెస్ వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తారంటే లాగింగ్ చేస్తారు ఎట్ ద బ్యాక్ ఎండ్. అది మనకి జనరల్ ఏంటంటే తెలియదు, అది
ఓకే.
డిబిఎస్ వాళ్ళు చూసుకుంటూ ఉంటారు. సో
ఓకే.
ఓడిఐ ఏం చేస్తుంది ఈ లాగ్ నుంచి చెక్ చేసుకొని తీసుకొని వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఈ లాగ్ లో ఏంటంటే అది చెక్ చేస్తుంది, ఓకే నిన్న లాస్ట్ రన్ టైం ఏంటి ఓడిఐది.
ఓకే.
సో ఆ లాస్ట్ రన్ టైం నుంచి కరెంట్ టైం స్టాంప్, కరెంట్ టైం వరకు చెక్ చేస్తుంది లాగ్. లాగ్
ఓకే.
లో
ఇన్
వెళ్ళేసి
మిడిల్
చెక్
ఏమన్నా
చేస్తుంది
ఉంటే అప్డేట్ చేస్తుంది.
అప్డేట్ అయ్యాయి.
ఓకే.
సో ఇట్ విల్ ఫైండ్ దోస్ 4 రికార్డ్స్.
ఓకే.
సో 4 రికార్డ్స్ అనేవి అప్పుడు టార్గెట్ లోకి లోడ్ చేస్తారు ఓడిఐ.
లోడ్ చేస్తాయి. ఓకే.
సో బేసికల్లీ మనకి ఓడిఐలో ఏంటంటే ఈ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉందన్నమాట, ట్రిగర్ బేస్డ్ లేదంటే లాగ్ బేస్డ్,
ఓకే.
టు ఐడెంటిఫై ద చేంజ్ డేటా. బట్ అది మనకి రియల్ టైం కాదు.
ఓకే.
వెరస్ గోల్డెన్ గేట్ ఇస్ ఫర్ రియల్ టైం రెప్లికేషన్ అన్నమాట. సో బేసికల్లీ మనం స్టార్ట్ చేసాము డేటా లేక్, దీంట్లోకి వచ్చేసాము. ఫైన్. సో డేటా లేక్ ఎందుకు వెళ్తామంటే బేసికల్లీ టు ఓవర్కమ్ ద డేటా వేర్ హౌస్ ఛాలెంజెస్. వన్
ఓకే.
is with respect to the cost, and second is to handle the structured and unstructured, sorry, semi-structured and unstructured data.
ఓకే.
Okay. సో బేసికల్లీ సో బేసికల్లీ మీరు చూస్తే ఇదండి డిఫరెన్స్. ఓకే.
ఓకే.
సో బేసికల్లీ డేటా లేక్లో మనం స్ట్రక్చర్డ్, అన్స్ట్రక్చర్డ్ ఆర్ ఎనీ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ డేటా స్టోర్ చేయొచ్చు.
బట్ డేటా వేర్హౌస్ ఓన్లీ స్ట్రక్చర్డ్.
ఓన్లీ స్ట్రక్చర్డ్ డేటా. డేటా మాట అంటే ఇంకా సబ్సెట్ ఆఫ్ డేటా వేర్ హౌస్,
ఎస్.
అది కూడా స్ట్రక్చర్డ్ డేటా ఉంది. ఓకే. నెక్స్ట్ పాయింట్
ఓకే.
వచ్చేసి స్కీమా ఆన్ రీడ్. సో బేసికల్లీ మనం డేటా లేక్ లో ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఫస్ట్ డేటా డంప్ చేసేస్తాము. మనం అది యూస్ఫుల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అన్యూస్ఫుల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అని చెక్ చేయము. జస్ట్ ఎందుకంటే చీప్ స్టోరేజ్ కాబట్టేసి మన దగ్గర
ఎస్.
ఎంత ఆర్గనైజేషన్ డేటా ఉంటే అంత తీసుకుని వెళ్ళి డంప్ చేసేస్తాము.
ఓకే.
అండ్ మనకి కావాల్సినప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తామంటే అక్కడ వెళ్ళేసి ఫెచ్ చేసుకుంటాము.
ఓకే.
వెరస్ డేటా వేర్ హౌస్ లో ఏంటి అలా కాదు, మనం మొత్తం డంప్ చేయము. మనకి కావాల్సిన డేటా మనం ఏం చేస్తామంటే డిజైన్ చేసుకుని ఆ డేటాని లోడ్ చేస్తాము.
ఓకే.
సో బేసికల్లీ అది స్కీమా ఆన్ రైట్ అవుతుంది.
ఓకే.
బికాజ్ మనం రాసేప్పుడే చూసుకొని రాస్తాము. వెరాజ్ డేటా లేక్ లో ఏంటంటే డంప్ చేసేసి తర్వాత మనం రీడ్ చేసుకుంటాం వాట్ ఎవర్ డేటా వి నీడ్. వెరాజ్ హియర్ వైల్ రైటింగ్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ వి విల్ రైట్ వాట్ డేటా వి నీడ్ అన్నమాట.
ఓకే.
ఓకే. అండ్ డేటా లేక్ కి కానీ డేటా వేర్ హౌస్ కి we can pull data from different
డిఫరెంట్ సోర్సెస్.
data sources.
ఓకే.
ఓకే. కొంతమంది ఏం చేస్తున్నారంటే మొత్తం డేటా కావాలి కాబట్టేసి బికాజ్ ఫర్ ఆర్గనైజేషన్స్ డేటా ఇస్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ రైట్. సో వాళ్ళు ఏం
ఎస్.
చేస్తున్నారంటే ఫస్ట్ డేటా లేక్ లో మొత్తం డేటా డంప్ చేసేస్తున్నారు.
ఓకే.
ఓకే. దాని తర్వాత వాళ్ళు ఏం చేస్తున్నారంటే డేటా వేర్ హౌస్ బిల్డ్ చేస్తున్నారు.
ఓకే.
సో లైక్ basically yeah, for from data where like no either from the source systems they are building their data warehouse or even in few of the companies they are pulling data from the data lake as well.
ఓకే.
Okay. And the use cases for data lake are, as I said, storing like no huge amounts of data, even like for the big data ones like no unstructured data. And data warehouse is mainly designed for the reporting or the BI, for the BI capabilities.
ఓకే.
And here are like few examples like Hadoop, HDFS, Amazon S3, Azure Data Lake. All these are used to build the data lake.
ఓకే.
These are some of the tools used for building data warehouse, like Redshift, Google BigQuery, Snowflake. These are basically like the cloud tools. On-prem tools are like Informatica, ODI, and all those tools.
ఓకే.